All right, friends, I am back. Lost a little connection. Not sure how that happened. I'm going to wait and make sure. Let's see if anybody gets back on so I know that we're good. If somebody will comment and let me know that you can hear me and that we're back, I will keep going here with this little story that I wanted to share with you guys about the power of what happens when you get clear about your why. So, Autumn, Jessica, can somebody? Okay, Miranda, good. All right. So you guys can hear me. So here's the thing, as we talked about that why, right? And I just wanted to share with you a story because when I said few people actually know why they do it, right? And how it makes all the difference in the world. So you guys, a story of this beautiful soul on my team. Her name's Rach, and I hope she won't mind me sharing her story. I don't think she will, but here's the thing. Like, Rach has been in the business for 3.5-ish years, and you guys, every December is Rachel's biggest month in the business, right? So every December, she does district again in 1 month, every December. And you guys, here's the thing. The question I ask myself is why? What happens in December, right? And the answer is that for the whole time that Rachel's been in the business, we've done a beautiful women's shelter movement, right? And you guys, that thing, that collective why drew in the heart of Rach, right? To do more, to be more, to give more. And so December after December, we saw the fruits of her working from her why instead of her what's. And you guys, this fall, Rach went to Kenya, where she's gone for the last 3 years on a mission trip. And while she was there, she felt very strongly the call to give 100% of her Arbonne paycheck to Blue Door sponsorship, to these very kiddos that she has personally gone over there and loved well, right? To give 100% of her Arbonne business. So, was Rach really working her business? Not so much, right? Because the what's really didn't inspire her. The hows didn't really inspire her. But here's what happened. I want to ask you guys, in that moment when that call came, when that tug on her heart, did Rachel's what change? No, right? She still has to sell products. Did her why? I mean, her hows change, right? No. I mean, you guys, without the bottom line, right? Without selling the products, there is no paycheck to donate. The hows didn't change because she's still got to open her mouth, right? She's still got to risk rejection. She's still got to enter uncomfortable scenarios, places, enter into with other human beings, right? To make this thing work. But what did change was Rachel's why, right? She finally realized a cause that inspired her to show up month after month after month, you guys. And she realized the what's actually had purpose. The what's actually mattered, right? And after 3 years in the business, her first business partner showed up. And you guys, it's no coincidence because Rachel's deep personal why, right? Like every December, she attached to this collective why, to this team why, to this burden that I had that hopefully I transferred out in a way that drew other people to it. But for the first time, Rach had this deep personal why, right? Those tiny faces in Kenya that she loves. And that was what was driving her what's, right? And it was evident to a watching world, right? So you guys, our what's should always reflect our whys, right? You guys, a book that my husband and I are actually reading together right now, in it, and really the whole premise of the book is that in order to go forward in life, right? And this applies to everything. We oftentimes have to go back, right? We got to go back in order to go forward. And so I believe this is the case when we're talking about this moment of rally, right? When I really want to bring my team into something bigger, right? To champion this cause, to inspire people to action, we've got to go back in order to go forward. And the things that we have to go back to are, number one, we got to go back to their heart, right? We got to help our team go back to their heart, right? Back to that personal why that's in here, right? So One of the things that Danielle Lawver said in Maui that I loved was, as a leader, she said, it's my job to be the keeper of dreams, right? Keeper of the dreams, you guys. That's our role, because sometimes we forget, right? Sometimes I forget. And I need my own husband to remind me why I'm doing what I'm doing on a daily basis in that kitchen, right? To make a difference. What I'm doing in my business to make a difference. So you guys, we got to help people go back to their heart. So that's call to action number 2, right? Number 1 was, do I know my why? Am I clear on my why? Number 2 is, do you know every why on your team, right? Do you know every why that's in every heart on your team? Because if you don't, I want you to take this week to get those in your hand, right? To get those in front of your eyeballs, that when you see that face, this is this deep why that you see connected to it. You guys, and here's the thing, some people are probably going to have trouble defining it, right? So once you've done yours, you can help them do theirs, but you guys help people dig deep, right? Help people dig deep and get to their real why. And just as a side note, this is what I've discovered over almost these 12 years, is that the first thing that comes out of our mouth, it's not usually it, right? And probably not even the second. Sometimes it's 3, 4 plus layers down. You guys, you will know when you hit that deep why, because there will be an emotional connection to it, all right? So you remember Rita always said your why should make you cry, and that's what she meant by that. Like, it should hit a place in you that's so deep and so personal that it evokes something that's going to move you and drive you to keep doing what you're doing, right? That's going to drive us to the what's. It's going to drive us through the hows, right? You've heard that before. When the why is big enough, the hows are irrelevant, right? The hows will come. They're like, whatever, I'll just do what I got to do to get there, because that's how big and how clear my why is. So we've got to help people go back to their heart, right? Back to the why. And then we've got to help people go back to their part, right? So the heart, that's their deep personal why, but you guys, their part, here's what I've really learned, is that people want to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So this is helping people remember their part, their role in the collective why, right? The vision, right? This team, this vision, this mission, this movement that we're a part of, right? This desire in the heart to, in our case, more, better, different, right? To give people more, better, different when it comes to health, when it comes to hope, when it comes to what's going on in their home, right? In their hearts. You guys, help people go back to their part. And this is one of my favorite things to talk about, because just really getting that, once you get clear about your cause, right? Your why. You guys, the goal isn't to partner with everyone who needs what you have. Y'all hear me say that again. The goal is not to partner with everyone who needs what you have, because hello, everyone needs Arbonne, right? Everyone needs Arbonne. No joke, they do. They need it. But the goal is actually to partner with the people who believe what you believe. Who believe what you believe. Not who need what you have, but who believe what you believe. You guys, because when you find your cause, your people will find you. When you find your cause, your people will find you. And I can tell you, I have lived that out fully and completely in this business in 2013, when I finally got clear in my own heart about my deep purpose, my passion, and how to use that in the place of Arbonne with clean eating. And you guys, it's the cause that draws, right? When you go, this is who I am, this is what matters to me, this is the way that I'm going to walk in this. Listen, people with like minds and like hearts are going to be drawn to you, right? Shared vision, shared purpose. You guys, everyone wants to be a part of a movement. They really do. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and they want to do work that matters. So you guys, purpose, when we've got it, that purpose brings about this absolute conviction, this conviction. And when we're convicted, we have a clarity of why. Like, I can speak that thing out when it's coming from the place of conviction. It gets clearer and clearer and clearer. And you guys, when it's clear, I speak with charisma, right? I love that word. That he uses this word in Start With Why. He really gives this beautiful example of, how some people can take the stage with energy and enthusiasm. And while that may get people excited and pumped up, it isn't lasting, right? Charisma, passion. These are the words that people are still chewing on a week later, a month later, years later, like it impacted them and they're living it out. That is what inspires hearts, and that's what moves people to action, right? It comes from a why, a deep-seated why. You guys, leadership it's action, right? It's action for us, and it's us inspiring action in others. It's not a position, it's action. You guys, go back to the why often for yourself, for your team. Go back. Can you spout it with ease? Can your team spout it with the same ease, right? You guys, this is the thing. Like, I know there were seasons in my life where I'll just be honest, like I was waiting on someone else to do that for me, right? I was waiting on my carry. Or here's the thing. This is what I want you to know. You're somebody's carry. Don't be waiting on your MVP or your RVP. You guys, you are somebody's carry, okay? You're somebody's truth teller. You're somebody's reminder. You're somebody's, hey, remember why you started, sister, right? You guys, and then culture. This is huge. As you're pointing people back to their part in the big picture, right? In the vision, it's all about creating culture. It's about us gathering often as a team. You guys I thought about my girls that I love my week in Maui because it's just time. It's time with these people that I love so much, and all great relationships are made that way. They're made over time. So invest, right? Do things for the business, yes, but do things that are fun, do things that are short, take some trips that are longer, in person, online, Voxer, however you can gather and connect in that culture. You guys, lead from the heart. Lead from the heart. Be honest, be real, be vulnerable as a leader. Celebrate uniqueness, celebrate the things in your people that bring the whole to life, right? You guys, celebrate small victories, celebrate accountability, create community of trust. This is huge, you guys. This is huge because when trust is greater than fear, performance is up. When fear is greater than trust, performance is down. So here's what I want you to ask yourself. Is what my team knows about me, about my heart, about my vision, is that greater than all of the unknowns that lie ahead, right? Is what they do know about me, is that bigger than what they don't know about what's coming, right? You guys, because here's the thing, rally times can be challenging, disappointing, a little awkward, unfruitful, perhaps, if we don't live a gathered together culture, right? So if we can create a culture where we fall away less, where we slip back less because we're doing so much life together, right? If we can create that, then rally's organic, you guys. It happens naturally because we're remaining, right? We're remaining gathered. So your call to action number 3 is, where can I improve my team culture so that rally comes with ease and not awkwardness, right? So where can I improve my team culture, right? So that rally comes with ease. So that's number 3. And then you guys, the last thing that we've got to direct people back to, right? So we got to direct them back to their heart. This is how you rally people. We got to go back to your heart, sister girl. What's in there? What's that why? We've got to go back to your part in the big picture, right? Hey, don't forget why we're all in this, right? And a reminder of that big picture and their place in it, right? The third thing is we've got to go back to their history chart, right? We got to go back to past victories. Y'all, remember, sometimes I did a video for those of you that were in Ready, Set, Grow, that series we did last year. I talked about what happens when we forget. Y'all, what happens when we forget is that we end up in a pit, right? I forget, I get the pit, right? But when I remember, I make myself yet again a contender, okay? So don't forget. We're going to, right? And so that's our job sometimes, is that we've got to help people remember so that they can again become a contender so they can get back in the battle. You guys, remind them of seasons, of examples, of moments where God showed up. He showed up big. He showed up for them. He showed up. He showed off, right? If he did it once, he'll do it again, right? If we believe. So your call to actions, you guys, as we wrap it up, I want you to get this to your RVP and your NVP within the next 24 hours. But number one, is my cause clear? Is my cause clear? Is my why clear? Okay. If it's not, write that thing out. Number two, is their cause clear? Okay. So partner with your teammates on getting clear about their whys and make sure that you as their leader know them, right? Like when you look at them, that's what you see. You see that thing that's so deep and you're going to hold it to them when times get hard. Okay. And number three, is our culture strong? Okay, is my cause clear? Is their cause clear? And is our culture strong? Is it one that supports the rally, right? Are we ready to rally at a moment's notice because of the way we live and breathe and do life together on the regular? So you guys, a couple of reminders. Rally starts within. Rally starts with why. Rally isn't a one-time or a month-in thing. It's not that picturesque pep rally, right? Your cheerleader with the pom-poms. It's not about energy and enthusiasm. It's about cause and charisma. It's about purpose and passion. Done well, you guys, rally is a way of being. It's a way of being in shared community around something so big that it makes the whole of it tick louder and louder and louder. So you guys, here's to your last week. Here's to authentic rally, right? For something that matters, for something bigger than all of us. So I love you guys, and we'll see you soon.